please tell me I'm not. This is a hero ditto. Please tell me this is a,
No.
This is a joke, right?
Is this?
No, we're totally joking.
They're doing a funny. Okay. They're doing a funny.
Old jokes. Whew, as I wipe the sweat from my brow. Roy versus
hero
Rob.
dittos are funny.
Much more, yeah, totally fun, totally hilarious. But in Loser Sims, it's time to bring out the big boys. We got Roy versus Rob.
There was a little bit of something in that voice there in your response.
Something. I won't say
Just a
what.
little something.
Little something. All right, so what do you think about this matchup, Google?
It's an interesting one to be sure. As seen on a variety of levels, on a variety of stages, what has always been how it feels like this matchup goes is that first hit often ends up dominating for the remainder. Getting back to neutral is insanely hard, but if you do so, then both players are often in. It doesn't really matter the percents because both of them can take stocks in the blink of an eye.
For sure. I mean, obviously, Roy has the kind of exploitable recovery. Obviously, down air, back air, kind of dangerous. Even nair off stage, like, you're pretty crazy. Side B, any of those options, if they're coming out, Roy's got to be aware of them. And make sure you use your, save your jumps, save your resources, all that good stuff. However, Rob is big, but he's not light, right? He's not heavy. He's not super heavy, right? So he's relatively, like, killable for Roy, who wants to get these big combos, who wants to get the sweet spots particularly, and going for the big read on the down air. Doesn't snap to ledge with the up B as well. So Skies, this Roy is looking very nice, but very close to death here.
Yeah, I'm just he reads the spot dodge, but it gets interrupted by the top, but he still has it going off of the dash back to double-edge dance. This is it's insanity coming up from Skies thus far. He knows that there's two ways to play against Rob. It's either to try and wait him out and look for parries to halt out things like top and the danger of landing neutral air, or to suffocate him, not let him breathe, not let him go, throw out these high reward options, force him to rely on down tilt or bust. And right now Skies is all cannonball today.
I mean, I think it's been really impressive, and I think what has impressed me the most, I finally figured out what he's doing. It's dash shielding. He's actually dash shielding appropriately the way you're supposed to be doing it, where it's like the shield comes out basically before your dash is even ended. That's an incredible amount of like necessary tech knowledge to have as like a Roy Mayer, who you have to like rush in almost constantly.
And it still gives Roy access to his best button on approach sometimes, that being neutral air, being so deadly and so versatile. And he mixes in these tomahawks coming out, these empty jump grabs, and while Roy doesn't get a ton off grab, the sheer existence of that mix-up is all you need to throw Joshathan off his game. But Rob's down there.
Yeah.
7-frame active spike, by the way.
I shouldn't have said anything about it. I think it came in to bite me. Or well, really came back to bite him, I guess. Sorry, Skies.
Yeah, commentators curse back at it again, but hey, it's the way the matchup goes. Sometimes even regardless of the percents, it's hard to get at a disadvantage for both sides. Will that double edge stance do it? Yes, it will. It is exceedingly strong, and the short hop afterwards, getting a proper punish off of the gyro hitting his shield. Yeah, super nice.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the short hop into side B is super. It's like, obviously you see it right there. Hey, he's going for it a lot. It's really smart. It's what you kind of want to do because it guarantees that you're gonna get them in the vortex. That's all it is. Like, you sweep them up. Look how close Rob gets to Roy, and that's all because of that short hop. That approach gives you the ability to just guarantee you're going to get the kill option, even if they try to SDI out.
Oh my lord, Mans was comboing top and nair one. That's, it shows how much you play that matchup, but also if you take that jump, Roy can say, Roy's not making it back, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's true. Again, it's the incredible advantage that Rob can have, but also the vulnerability that Roy has in those key moments. It is so tough. And speaking of vulnerability, you've got a little bit of that yourself, Rob. You got to watch out because that forward smash when charged is extremely deadly.
Oh, for sure. He comes out on with down air. Skies is... He plays Roy like he plays Bowser, though that jab lock will set up a pretty strong option pretty strong situation for JoshathanGamer. As you know, we've been talking about Skies and his all tempo or high tempo aggression to the point where it's even killing him for it.
Yeah.
But, you know, shout out for Joshathan to remain resilient with this Rob to hold out against the onslaught.
Exactly, not taking the bait. That's
openings.
important. Yeah, not taking the bait is the key. You cannot take the bait versus the Roy when they're trying to go crazy off stage like that. You just got to get back to, you know, your eyes should be focused on one thing, is the ledge. You just got, okay, whatever he's doing, fighting ghosts down there, I don't care. None of that. And right now, Sky is having a little bit of a tough time getting back. Still, Joshathan, this is you know, I said the Rob's not heavy, but I mean, I didn't think he'd live this long.
I mean, that aluminum putting in work. 181, you find the right ways to avoid some of Roy's sweet spots. The sour spots are still nothing to be too afraid of. And if you're forcing Roy to get stocks with up throw, you're feeling pretty good about your chances in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the fundamentals have definitely helped Joshathan here. I think he's avoiding some of these big hits a lot better than he was in the previous game. So seems to have made some decent adjustments here.
Gets down throw into the nair, but it's swatted out by Rob's forward air. An insanely good combo breaking move. And he comes down with neutral air. That is the, again, some of these Rob classics. Rob is always frustrating to quantify, because while on paper, yeah, he's big, he gets comboed really easy. It's hard for Rob to break out of some of these frame-tight lab combos. But also, he's big. He's just so big that you get mixed up. He's just so large. He can't get out of the corner like that.
Oh,
what it always comes down to with Rob is that for majority of the spots in this game, for consistent options and consistent instances like ledge trapping, Rob just has so many good tools. I'm surprised he was able to get out of that, but saving his jump is the way that Joshathan gets out of danger, not letting Skies get cheeky with that down air on ledge again, instead scooping it up before it even happens.
Yeah, I'm glad that he was able to punish that, and not just punish it I would say punish it at the perfect time to do so, right? It's like, okay, you're going for this down air a lot. I'm gonna remind you what Rob up air does. It does not allow for nonsense like that. I think it was smart. It was able, you know, he's able to keep that in the pocket until the right moment. Really nice timing for him there. I think that Skies was just doing a lot of great stuff. It just came a little too late in the game for all that, right? He ended up benefiting from some of the conditioning, forcing Joshathan into shield by getting a lot of grabs that way. If Skies continues to do that here, maybe we'll see another switch for Joshathan.
Yeah, they're starting off, I mean, beat for beat compared to how both of them started in the previous game. Skies got off to a hot start. Joshathan cooled it down, controlled the tempo in that game too. Now it's both of them looking at their best in this game 3 early on, and it's an important game 3. This rubber game will determine a lot of how the set progresses, assuming they stay on. I mean, I guess if they stay on PS2, then you won't have to worry about stage counterpick, but you will have to worry about condition and output for both of these characters. And Skies is looking to close out the stock with that rising back air, but Joshathan outspaces it and gets rewarded with that stock off of the jab block.
Wow, okay, so that was like a very, very long advantage state for Skies, but he ends up being the one to lose the first stock. I think Joshathan was able to just kind of escape, played very patiently, and then once he saw Skies overextend, it was kind of just almost like you could just go on autopilot at that point. You just know what you gotta do, and you get the stock. So Skies has to be careful about going for some of these really risky plays. So far, I'd say this is like 50-50.
Comes out with the falling fair, and yeah, I would agree. Like, his Skies does so well in these low percent instances, but oftentimes finding the stock against Joshathan's disciplined defense has been proving problematic after a game 1 looked so strong. But he's got that gyro in hand. He's looking for the air dodge, but unable to pull the trigger on the punish.
Okay, opts to go for the upper part of the side B. How did that look like it didn't even do any shield damage? I know that something just happened. Like,
I guess he was too early. He was too early to hit the shield, I guess. Wait, doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Either way, he
shield
gets
frame 1.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, why is there a window between neutral getup and the shield coming out? Who knows?
What?
It's the stock over.
What is? No, Rob, it's not. No, it's not. It's not. Very, very low percent. Rob, obviously, you know, high. You know, being able to live that is still heavy enough.
Yeah, even with the kill screen raising the ceiling, Rob still didn't hit the ceiling.
Right. Okay, but
Hit the floor, excuse me.
the floor. Yeah, I know what you meant. Okay, but wait, going really hard off stage. You got to be very careful. This stuff is no joke. I mean, you got a stock to play with as if you're Skies, so you can be going with that. But Joshathan, again, these reverse potential of Rob is real.
And he's got that telescopic vision to hit those downtown throws. He gives up the air dodge, but Skies doesn't pull the trigger. And then a couple of those moments where Skies is just will bait out the air dodge effectively, but then not punish it. Yeah, he's got the Jair. Those gene-covered stairs give him a rising the ability to close out that back air. And ooh, Skies takes a bit of a back and forth game 3, bit of a hectic one. But I like how Joshathan is sticking to his guns, playing through with this Rob, seeing after how Mercury's Aegis was handled, probably not going to swap over to them. Yeah, you've got to figure something out against Skies, who looks so good against bullying Rob's big body.
Yeah, I think so. We're sticking with PS2. Obviously, you mentioned there's not a lot of stage counter picks here. As of right now, I think giving Rob a longer stage like this is a little bit dangerous, and I would be tempted to opt for a pick. But maybe all of Sky's comfort picks have been banned or something like that. I'm not sure, but as of right now, Joshathan very keen to just stay on this stage that they've been getting a lot of good interactions from. So Skies, I think an adaptation of the play might be all that's necessary here.
But it looks at the moment that Skies' immediate adaptation is to stop removing gyro and instead finding better ways to grab onto it. So his 89% included a couple of really key gyro combos from Roy's part.
Right. And then still trying to get it himself here on ledge, but he gets bopped by it, so now not able to get anything off of it. Another grab, and then Joshathan is looking for something big here. The up smash clashes with the shield, but is not enough to do anything drastic here, so that finally takes the first stock. Josh,
up smash for up smash, but it's the third time's the charm on an attempted cross up from Skies. This game, it begins like game 3. It's a lot of similar instances that these small micro interactions going one way or the other determine how the game progresses. But this way, Joshathan, starting off the same, after a long opening from Skies, is able to close out the stock relatively early.
Okay, well, he misses out on the back air opportunity, so I'm still wondering how this is gonna end with Skies here, because he finds his way back to center stage, still getting caught in the up air. That's not really what you want at all. Actually, Rob up air, still jury's out on how to DI that properly.
It's tricky to react to and kind of disguised by the fact that Rob's arms are just like he is, big.
Okay.
Be careful with some of this fuel, using a lot of it in an attempt to find the right pressure as he reads the roll in. Still down a whole stock, but this is where it starts when you want to make comebacks. Take that first stock, get some momentum going with some of these combos and the platform extension coming out from Skies. Avoids the down air as well. Playing this early game, or this early part of a comeback, pretty well. All reversals and all combos.
I mean, Skies has definitely learned his lesson on some of these. He's not going for some of the crazy stuff that he was early in the set. He knows he's got to play patiently, and still, even getting caught in some of these combos, for playing safe, it still looks a little bit dire for him.
Yeah, I would hazard to agree. It even seems like Joshathan is starting to uptick his own combo game. We're seeing a couple of drag down up airs come out from his Rob, which I love that I love new innovations from characters and their combo game all over the place. And Rob's up air is a pretty good one to do it. So will this be the end of the game? No, he saved his jump.
Yeah.
And gets on the get up back.
Okay, and then barrels his way back in with the nair. Now he's in the combo situation. Now he can actually do something here. Tries to get the shark, avoids the nair, gets the parry, but then can't get a conversion when he gets in close. Waiting for something. Oh, okay. Backed into a corner. Joshathan had no other choice but to go for a huge burst option like that smash. And that is actually going to take it to game 5.
I really like all of that from Skies up until the very end, where for most of his pressure, he would have been setting up for combo, or how do I put this? Setting up with empty hops or landing aerials like forward air spaced properly, landing up airs, stuff like that. In that last string, he has been setting up for grounded pressure with down tilt instead of just run up jab, which is a lot more safe. Joshathan wasn't ready to handle it up until the back air was misspaced. He was able to get the reversal, but that was the start of something really good for Skies, and he looks like he's ready to keep it going with that quick 48.
Yeah, I mean, the back air isn't like super unsafe, but in that situation, like, yeah, it was just a death sentence for him. So here we are seeing it on a small battlefield. I think giving, Rob less space to play with, I think that's what I wanted to see out of the stage counter picks in the last game. But now we're going to get it here on small battlefield. Let's see if it pays off for him. And right now, it looks like a kind of the more of the same. Getting hit by Rob up there.
Yeah, it's the way this matchup can go sometimes. You find when you get that hit, how do you close it out? Are you able to close it out pretty early? Because all this damage, Rob can find ways to recover. He's got a very good way to get back to stage and from multiple directions. You need to be able to find ways to close out the stock. Because if you don't, Rob has lots of ways to cheat out stocks that you know.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can't give Rob any opportunity to kind of play around and have some fun, because anytime Rob is having fun, you're not. So Sky's gonna have to, no fun allowed, at least from your side of the controller. I think that Skies is doing a great job of keeping Joshathan on ledge. Again, Roy, pretty much as long as you can get a good kill on the ledge, that's all that matters.
Looking for some of these forward tilts, but the fair out of shield is Joshathan. Like, this is a complete 180 from how the set started, where Sky's unable to take early stocks as he gets back on with the side B. That's an option he has not pulled out quite yet, that full committal side B on stage, and it breaks through Skies, who looked like he was trying to attempt a parry.
Yeah, I mean, that's the condition you want, and it gets the actual reverse. I mean, the back hit of the up smash still works.
Yeah,
okay, then finally 176. Skies has the opportunity to take the stock here. Can he do it? He ends up catching the air dodge with the down air. Fishing for it enough times, you're going to catch it.
Yeah, finding a couple forward airs off this, and Joshathan really wanting to close out this game before he lets Skies get going. There's a couple up airs. Oh, 3 of them thanks. In fact, the factor of small battlefield kicking in, those wider platforms, letting him extend a little bit further. 89 now, and the parry on the laser going deep. No, just recovering back with the up B.
Yeah, good knowledge to just realize, okay, he's going too low, I can't do anything here, and just recovering back, because you don't want to let Rob reverse you like that.
And don't blink, because that stock is gone off of a clean neutral get up read with the double edge dance. 78 now, the down throw. Air dodges the platform and is able to get out of that with right back to neutral. 88 to 0. You have to be careful, and this is a clean starter for Skies.
Yeah, for sure. All off of a whiffed down smash, right? Like, this is kind of what you're getting when you overcommit to something like that, especially on the ledge. Joshathan didn't really expect that Skies were going to have this much of a comeback.
I know gets the grab. Is this going to be up smash? No, just going for the up air, but amazing DI. Looks like Skies knows how to properly DI and get back on the stage by holding down. Runs the nair, but misses the forward smash.
Is this going to do it?
Yes, it will.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can only, the grab is, I mean, anytime you're at like 130 plus, like, you just kind of expect Rob is going to be going for it. A bit of a, heartbreaking way to end game 5, I would say, but, it's kind of the Rob eventuality, right? It's like at the end of the day, the very, very end of the flow chart is grab.
Yeah, it's so rough having what could have potentially been a stock taker, or at the very least a difference maker in that set, but almost overshooting his aerial proved the detriment at the end of the day. Missing that forward smash meant that he was just a free grab into Rob's insane coverage off of down throw.
Right. I mean, I would love to see some statistics on like the amount of games with Rob that end on a grab kill. I would be very interested to see some of that.